pool real early.
Yeah.
So instead they had to go for the Spirit Breaker, which was still fine. I think the Earthshaker Mirana opening that they had in one of their games, I feel like that works for them pretty well. If Earthshaker is still out in the pool and they want to change things up a little bit. But again, I have no real big problem with the way Keen drafted or played that game. Like, they were just outmatched a little bit, right? Like, imagine that one scenario where we had the Invis scouting out GH on the Earthshaker and GH jumps before the Rubik jumps, right? That could have actually been the start of the end for Liquid in that game one. But instead, it was Liquid getting a really good engagement and prolonging the game, which was naturally to their fate.
Right, we're into the draft for game 2. One of the things that I noticed about Keen earlier, when they were up against it on the verge of being eliminated, they went for comfort picks. They decided, okay, straight up, we're just going to play the things we're good at. The Mirana, the DP, the AA, they're the kind of things they want to get out of the draft. So if they want them in this draft, I feel like they might have to take them earlier than they would like to, because I think Liquid have focused on that a little bit. We saw 3 of those banned in that last game.
You know what I think they should pick here, Paul?
Go on.
I think they should pick Rubik. That'll be a really good
choice.
pick here. It's good against Venomancer and
amazing.
Shaker, and it's good with their
It's
hero.
almost like
I think it's a great choice.
You
nice.
knew what was coming.
Wow.
Is this identical?
Yes,
or
this
was
is
the
exactly
Night Stalker banned in game 1? That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it
Night
was.
Stalker
Yeah,
Clock.
it's exactly the same.
They banned the 2 Tianming heroes.
That's the sign of a team that feels like they had the right recipe, but they just need to change one ingredient.
Yep.
Small adjustment.
So I like this first phase from Keen. I think in the last game it completely does it justice that they pick these heroes, and you can say the same for Liquid. Like, that Shaker was a stable in that game for sure, and Veno ended up doing a lot even though he got destroyed.
Oh, okay. Liquid are finally, they're the ones who blink first. They're gonna ban away the Queen of Pain instead of the
that
Ancient
ban in the
Apparition.
last game was AA. Okay.
Yeah. So
I think this is a really mature draft from Keen, though, in the sense that this is what we see a lot of stable story teams doing time and time again, right?
Picking intelligent, educated heroes. Very sophisticated draft, you could say.
Because the AA is banned away, they're actually going to leave out the Necrophos for Liquid if they want to pick it up.
That is true.
So this time around, they ban away the Lich.
So what were you getting at, Paul?
Just that for such a young team,
yes,
to do this in a game against Liquid at a major, that's really mature. It's not, you know, there is a temptation, I think, for some of the teams that come into, maybe they've got something to prove or are underdogs or are very young. There is a tendency for them to think, maybe I'll just, you know, do something crazy.
Yes.
Ah!
Maturity
crazy,
is,
something like that, you know?
Maturity is a very, very beautiful aspect of a person. I know you want to point that out as much as possible.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes.
Well, I can tell
being very mature.
On the inside, you're saying "save me" right now. I can see it.
You can read my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was. I mean, I've seen other people being next to Capitalist like that close, and they all have the same.
Have you seen that blank stare that Blitz gives?
Yeah.
Many commentaries. Just saying.
That's not on me. He attaches himself to me.
Does he?
Yes.
He wants it.
Oi! Hello.
There we go.
Ooh.
We did say maybe they're saving it.
Okay, so this deals with the Furion and the movement aspect a lot better, right? It's
somewhat, yes.
It's a support that can deal rather than having a Venomancer be forced to deal with the push. Right? We have a support who can go ahead and deal with it, and he can also help move his allies around the map as well.
Yes. At the same time, this is a hero that's very susceptible to any Invis hero plus Nature's Prophet. You can kill him all the time if you find him. I don't know if Keen play any of these heroes, but heroes that could be interesting in this game are Bounty Hunter, Ricky, Nyx Assassin, which we've seen relatively little of this tournament because it's been banned a lot, and at least I think so. The Nyx has been removed in quite a few games. Night Stalker would have been great. It's banned out, obviously.
I like the Nyx.
Nyx has its merits. It's pretty good against Veno as well. Like, you're guaranteed to stun him with Carapace because you're going to be hit by one of his damage over time abilities. But at the same time, you can't reflect any meaningful damage with it because they're also low damage per tick. So it's still going to be that Nyx.
It's hard to play.
It's the right approach.
It's hard to play Earthshaker against it, right? Not only is it a scouting hero against the Earthshaker, but you also have a defense mechanism, Spike Carapace.
That is very true.
It's kind of hard to get your full combo off.
Yes. If you predict that the Shaker's going to blink Echo, you can Carapace, but if he gets the Echo off first, then you can be stun-locked to death. So it's a very skill-intensive matchup, like timing-based, and revolves a lot around vision. But I love what Keen are picking here. I'm down with every choice they've made so far, similar to game 1. Let's see what Liquid want to do. So when they pick this Coddle, Liquid have generally played timing push strategies where they let GH farm the eggs and then they have a lineup that really comes together. The type of heroes that they could run with this Keeper of the Light would be a Dragon Knight. They could run maybe one of their Luna strats if they felt like doing that. Could go for Alchemist that they've played in the past with this hero. There's plenty of options. Or Sven.
Or Sven.
Okay. Interesting. They don't have any obvious partners for Sven, actually. Keen have the counterpick now. What are some good options here against Sven? Monkey King goes both ways.
Bloodseeker's still an option.
Bloodseeker's decent.
You can still play around it as the Sven, but it's decent.
5 seconds remaining.
This is a tough call. The easiest pick ever.
I think maybe they don't want to take their mid right now, but
they did pick the Quap in this slot last game. So
what about Necrophos?
Necro's pretty good. Yeah,
it's good versus Sven.
It's all right at least. Mono Leak is
not
somewhat annoying.
Versus, yeah, it's Mana Leak and Earthshaker is also a problem.
Not a big Ying hero, unfortunately. The Necro. It's usually played by Dark in the offlane.
Yeah, I would also suggest like Viper for their mid, but.
So this is an interesting pick. This is a pick they ran earlier when they had Nature's Prophet against SG. The matchup into Sven is generally considered Sven favored, but Lifestealer is good against the rest of the heroes. Great against Venomancer, Shaker, and the Coddle. Although Shaker obviously has the counterplay with the instant stun. Looks like Keen were getting pumped up a little bit.
They were laughing at one point. I don't know what they're laughing at, but
let's pick Lifestealer into Sven. Surely that'll be great. Oh, it might be great.
Oh god, I'm having flashbacks to watching Eternal Envy.
Yeah, GH also
Anti-Mage.
Oh, they were probably laughing because one of the others suggested picking Anti-Mage. They're like, no one would do that. Anti-Mage fair actually would have had its merits in this game as well, to be honest.
The funny thing is, like, Keen showed that in the qualifiers, they sometimes don't give a damn about what you've drafted. They're willing to go with their own thing. There were multiple times they drafted like they drafted like Void into Puck Earthshaker multiple times in the qualifiers, and that was kind of like in vogue for the Chinese scene. Even though that was a really bad matchup for. And
they drafted Clock on a number of occasions when it was looked like a bad Clock game as well, and didn't work out that way for them.
What did they have as the last core when they ran these two together? They had a Lina mid, I think, in that game.
Yes, they did.
Don't like Lina as much here.
Lina is good against Veno. It has high range, can outrange the wards from a laning perspective, but I don't think it's going to be a Veno mid anyway. They don't want to put that there. They want to put the Veno on mind control this game.
Liquid did ban away the Viper. Again, I don't think it's really a Keen hero, but it would fit their lineup very well.
Just a sidebar. Did you see the Danish flag?
I saw it earlier.
It had 2 pro names and Synderen on it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
It's a good joke, Paul. That's never been done before. You know, it's also never been done before. All right. Doom
I set you up for it and you didn't go. I'm disappointed.
10 seconds.
So there goes Doom. I don't actually think Liquid would have picked that hero.
5 seconds.
Do you know?
Because I feel like this Venomancer will almost 100% surely be played by mind control in this game, and that they will.
They don't pick the Brood here, do they?
Actually, they could last pick another mind control hero and put the Veno mid played by Matumba, because they. Yeah. I think you have to safe lane the Sven this game. I don't think you can mid lane Sven in this lineup with the supports that you have.
Cinder, you down for? I was gonna say Puck or Marana. Yeah. It's either one, right?
Puck's
or usually one or the other.
Puck is the vehicle for Lifestealer and gives you a lot of aggression, but Marana would give you like the Diffusal Blade option against the Sven. I mean, I like this. It's Keen. Like, again, they're going to utilize mobility and a lot of aggression in the early game, and they're just going to try and push Liquid to the limits in the first 25.
I'm very curious what they do here. I'm thinking more about it. They could still play this Venomancer on Matumba again in the mid lane and safe lane their Sven.
Yeah.
I think Liquid is one of the teams that have put the Sven mid before, but with the support duo that they have, I just feel like it's ill-advised. I don't think they help enough. It's when they have their IO mainly that they play the Sven mid. So probably just a safe lane Sven with Coddle Shaker protecting him, Veno mid and another offlaner, or Veno offlane it. It's just I'm thinking about what can Matumba play in the mid here against Puck that's really favorable. Because there's Miracle heroes here that would be great against the Puck.
Razor.
Razor.
It's like
Spectre.
We're good, Paul. We got it. You are right.
Hey, look, we went back to the Brood anyway.
Oh, this is this is such a good.
I did ask.
Yeah, you did ask.
Yeah, I didn't think they would, but
I feel like, you know what?
kind of
I'm
like.
gonna go
alright,
out on a
man.
limb here and say Keen forgot it. Keen forgot it. I
For
think.
that 5th ban.
Yeah, they fifth banned it last game.
Yeah, they
when it
did.
was option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ban
Good
2
option for it.
instead here.
This time
Okay.
ban Doom.
How good a Brood game is this, though?
On a scale from 1 to 10,
Yeah,
what's his lane matchup here? He's against Puck.
He's
probably?
against the Puck mid, which is
probably.
It's Puck is okay in this match. I
Yeah.
think it's like an 8 out of 10 Brood game maybe, because there's a couple of ways he can die and get killed by this mainly the Nyx. But Matumba has won way worse matchups than this, or way worse games. So
10
yeah,
you can at
seconds
least say
remaining.
that maybe like the Broodmother's kind of slow in some regard, and it doesn't
5
match the
seconds
mobility
remaining.
aspect. So maybe Keen still can overrun Liquid in that regard, even though it is, like Cinderin saying, a pretty good
Okay, very quickly, one word. Which way?
Liquid.
Liquid.
It's a clean
Brood.
sweep.
Broodway.
A Brood win, a Liquid win, a 2-0 win. That's what the panels say. Let's find out as we head into your second game. Can Keen stay alive, or are Liquid destined for the semi-finals?
Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 of Keen Gaming versus Team Liquid, ready to rock and roll. I'm Odie Pixel, I'm here with Ben Malini Wu. The game is kicking off. We've seen the drafts. They've done it, Ben. They've got that 5th prick Brood. How over is it for Keen?
This is a very good Brood game. I would rate it slightly higher than Cinderin's 8,
Okay.
just because I don't think any of their heroes really counter Brood at all. And it will have a great lane wherever it goes.
It's
Great.
certainly, I mean, considering the bans and stuff that Keen were going for, do you think Keen did just forget about the Brood?
I don't think you forget about Brood
No.
versus Liquid. I just
No.
can't believe that. Also, I mean, while you're at it, while you're getting the Brood, you might as well just get the Venomancer and Keeper
30
and Shaker. Just give it all.
It is scary. If Keen Gaming
If they
take
win
this game, then my goodness, they certainly gave it their all in game 1, but game 2, game 1 was hard. This is extreme difficulty for Keen Gaming. There's no doubt about that, considering the heroes that Liquid have got their hands on.
The MP is so key in this game. Next Assassin, like, he can do stuff, but like 1 through 5, it's really tough to get ganks, especially on a hero like Brood. So I think last game, the Nature's Prime was important, but I think it's even more important this game.
GH,
Nope.
it's going to be fine indeed. Keeps
Nice
the
side
distance between himself and the tree line to make sure Ron can't get the stun across it.
They have no Spirit Breaker this game to like initiate the ganks, so that's a big problem for them. They need a leader. They need someone to call out who and where they want to gank. I think they need to disrupt Liquid very early on. Yeah, one lane's going to be won by the Brood, but they need to stop the Veno from getting out of control. They did a very good job with that last game. They need to stop the Ancients from being farmed, so Miracle doesn't get out of control. A lot of small things they need to do.
Ron and Tianming coming with the wraparound. They have the stun, orb, and if they can get this Rubik in range, they've got more to do, so but he's being slowed down.
These boots first paying dividends. Boots on boots. Is he going to get it?
He's going to have another stun. He's going to try for it. Not quite the range that he needs. And GH with that Fisher will be fine. He'll be able to walk himself back to base, keep himself safe. But these lanes, I mean, looking at the top as well, we have Miracle and Kuroki on the aggressive against GGG. How tough is this going to be for the Lifestealer?
2-on-1's never really pleasant for Lifestealer. You can't like rage dodge every single Illuminate. You just simply don't have the mana for that. He's got to tank it up. Hope you can feast a little bit off Miracle.
I just want to be careful. Still just level 1, of course, and Miracle can offer quite the punch. Does have a stun ready to go if he sees an opportunity.
He has so much regen. He has 3 sets of regen on him.
This is proving to be potentially hard lane for Keen Gaming to deal with, especially once the spam starts to come in. And they illuminate GH there as well.
Nab the clarity.
Look how aggressive Miracle's playing this. He's straight up just waltzing past the tower. GGG's still level 1. It's very, very delicate, the balance in this lane, and Dark is going to look to throw it off balance. He comes in with the TP, he's level 3. They're looking for Miracle. He'll throw down the stun. It's not going to save him. That's your first blood. Dark will claim it. Smart rotation to that top lane that was sort of teetering back and forth between both sides as the dive was coming in, and he's just there, bam. And certainly 4 versus the heroes of Liquid, and they can't deal with it.
Still, Brood is left alone. Happy Brood. He didn't start off with a Blightstone. I've seen him go Blightstone very early on sometimes. I guess he just thought he was going to be up versus more resistance. He went poor mid shield. That's when you think you're actually going to be laning with someone. But nope. Nature's Prophet out of there.
Yeah, we'll see if he does return to the lane. At the moment, he's just in the jungle camps. Dark on his Nature's Prophet. Mind Control, DD Rune. Ready to keep the CS high in the mid lane. And certainly looking good so far. 15 for 7 on the Venom, compared to Ing's 11 for 5. And we've got a watching as well. I don't know if you remember, Ben. We were casting these, casting Keen earlier, and the puck, he had a tough game.
Oh, yeah.
You remember, don't you, Ben? You remember.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't too impressed.
No, his quad was very good.
Yeah,
well,
his other heroes have been very good, but the puck game, he did struggle.
Yep, I checked out his profile. He's actually played a fair amount of puck games. It's not his most played. It's not. I believe it's probably like his 5th/6th most played. But yeah, I was not terribly impressed. He did get bounty hunter that game, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see if he can get a redemption game.
GH, I'm wrong. He's trading blows here. I'm wrong. Obviously.
He has the Nature's Prophet, so
yes.
GH just had to back off a little bit earlier than he would like.
Up top, stun, empty illuminate. GGG being kept on his toes.
Wish he brought 3 sets of regen.
And it's running low for GGG, and the CS lead is there for Miracle. Slightly mid lane. Oh, looking for the courier. Oh, won't quite get it. GH with the Fisher to hold them back. Dark's rotation this time towards the mid lane. Not going to be able to grab anything in favor of the side of King Gaming.
Now they have an idea of the ancient stack if they didn't already before, so I mean, he could. They know. The problem is they don't have any heroes that can take it out, even if they know that it's there. So what? They probably need a ward and gank it though at some point. It's a pretty tough place to gank though, especially if you set up Venom wards there and Shakers there, but I do think they need to contest it at some point. Or I would like them to, rather.
Mid lane, wrong. Eyes onto GH. But they've got to be careful how many times they sort of look to draw in the Nature's Prophet. There's been a couple of TPs where it has been time wasted, and as you say, just space given on that bottom lane. Former Timmerman, they'll try and lead in with the stun onto Mind Control, but sitting at level 5, it's not easy for this Nyx and Puck to really do too much between them about the Venom.
Nope. This tower on bottom is going to fall soon. Nature's probably just jungling. Kind of the right play. I think he's just going to die. You can't really... You have no AoE to clear out the broodlings.
Yeah, very free and easy lane for Matumba Mana. That is a huge worry for King Gaming. We've seen how much Matumba can do if he gets this sort of a start. 39 CS, 5 minutes in. Top lane, King Gaming finding Miracle, sort of alone. He does have to keep with the light illuminate. Stun to try and hold back the right clicks of Dark, and with the Fisher, it may just be enough. No, Sprout's there. He's actually getting blocked up by his own creeps. Oh no, Miracle! Oh, he gets taken down. Dark as well! These creeps, they're an absolute nightmare for both sides. Dark will survive. But my goodness, the creeps coming in and trapping him in the Sprout. They've got the telekinesis and open wounds. Kuroki in trouble as well. He'll give mana to GH to throw out the Fisher, but GGG moves out of range of that stun. The stun from Miracle comes in. As he comes back into lane, they do bring down Tianming's Rubik. But GGG will survive.
You thought fissures were good blocks.
These creeps doing some crazy things, but indeed overall, just looking at the lanes in general, the fact that bottom lane is going so well for Liquid. Matumba, as expected, given the free lane, 6 minutes, he takes the tower. The tower's gone. Mind Control hoping for the room, but...
Ooh, maybe he can lift him up under the cliff.
Was close. Can he get him up at that distance?
Oh,
he can.
Nice.
Dark's going to be TPing in. Mind Control goes straight for the TP out. There's level 6, but he's already used the Dream Coil earlier, so he won't have it to catch the TP, but they do take GH, who tries his best to hold them back just in case they did have any sort of way of cancelling that TP, but it cost GH his life.
So patient.
Look at this bottom lane, Ben.
Yeah, this is the Broodmother at work.
7 minutes in, Matuma Man on the verge of taking a tier 2 as well. We'll see this up top again.
These creeps are hilarious.
I mean, it looks like Miracle should get out, but he just can't go anywhere. They trap him in. And then Dark as well.
This is such a comical moment for me. He's almost level 6. He can just infest and heal up and he'll be fine.
I mean, the tower's down. I mean, he's on your tier 3. We're 7 minutes in. They've got to do something. I mean,
well,
what do they do?
Well, they ditched the lane. They're like, okay, yeah, we don't care if he takes towers, but yeah, the Puck's the only one with AoE early, so they have to. Ooh. He can infest. Still low on mana though. He needs a clarity. No.
He's gonna go back to base. Play it safe.
He has to hoof it.
And then we'll get the lane to Tianming, at least. I'll look to soak up some experience and get himself towards the level 6 on Rubik.
Okay, so this bottom entire, like, right half of the map, bottom right half is just all Broods.
I was gonna say, it's now Liquid's half of the map.
Yeah. That's like half of Brood's domain. And then they're going to do the classic sweep in the mid with the Broodlings. Kill one of these heroes, take down the tower. Brood's going to farm both Ancients. Sven's going to farm his Ancients. And things are looking bad for Keen. They need to be able to stop this play from happening. So what do you want to do? You can't really sweep out the Brood. We see a lot of teams, they try and make a smoke play into the jungle and they just fail. Ooh, the infest spawn inside.
Mind Control does get off the Poison Nova. Good Fisher as well will be enough to bring Rong down. Mind Control should fall as the open wounds are there slowing him. He's trying to block them up. Fairy Fire keeping himself alive. In fact, with the Gale, Mind Control may just make himself out of this one. He dodges the orb, but in goes the commitment from Ming. Jumps down, finishes off the kill, but the poison is too much. Mind Control ends up claiming 2. GH throws out the Fisher, but the rage from GGG is already there. GH goes down as well. Double kill for Ing, but here's the wraparound from Matuma Man. Keen Gaming have to be careful how they come back. I do know he's there as he goes straight past the tower.
They had to be really careful about defending that. We've seen Liquid do this innumerable times.
Keen Gaming. Their eyes onto Miracle. This will be a lovely kill. He pops the God Strength. He's ready to try and man fight up against the Lifestealer, but with 3 heroes hitting into him, I don't think he can quite do it. He'll get the stun, or maybe he can actually close the gap. One more touch would go and get the kill, but he wants to protect his own life. Backs away, and Miracle does survive that attempt from 3 of Keen's heroes.
Damage is lacking. The Puck can't be everywhere. No. They need him to deal with the Warcry, they need him to deal with the Broodlings, they need him to set up ganks. They really need this next hit 6. Once 10 minutes hits, I would say he was the primary tome target. He's close.
Zumba. Come in and clean up this tier 1. This tier 1.
Yeah, it's dead.
Puck's
not there.
It's going to give him the Desolator Gold as well. It's going to be, again, this 10-minute Desa that we've seen so many times come out from Matuma Man's Brood in a good Brood game. And Liquid have seen the opportunity to seize this incredibly strong late draft pick many a time.
And now they're going to extend Brood's domain a little bit further to the left. So it's very systematic the way they play the Brood. Take down the bottom T1, then the bottom T2 if possible, then the mid, and then you can sweep over to the Ancients and do Roche with the Dezo. And then you kind of just lost map control because of the first tower falling. But it's not a good matchup, though, for anyone to be down there. I can't really fault them for it. It's just an inherent disadvantage to the draft that they have to make up in some way.
And up top.
What a trap.
He's in trouble. He's stuck in between the Fisher and the trees. Playing around with Tianming, mid lane, Matuma Man. Also being searched for by a potential infest bomb from Keen Gaming. At top lane, Tianming will fall. He can't deal with that sort of pressure. 3 heroes wrapping around that tier 1 for him. They really want to try and find Matuma Man mid. He's got that Deso out of him. Rong does have the Lifestealer inside. Matuma Man reveals himself. This Lifestealer gang could catch him off guard, and indeed it does. The stun and the burst is there. Keen Gaming able to catch Matuma Man there.
I don't think he expected Nyx to be level 6. But he was level 5 at the time last time he showed, and maybe he didn't update because he was vendetta. But I'm pretty sure he just used a tome and smoked, play sentries, and try and weed out this this Brood. Big kill. I think they got a ton of Broodlings there too. Like Puck's network is on top now.
Up top, GH Caught out by the Dream Call. The silence, wrong. Looking for the perfect angle for the stun, and he'll find it. Another kill for Keen Gaming now, 8-4. They may be losing map control. They're losing towers, but they're certainly claiming Liquid's lives in return for it.
Thought they had a sentry there. Nope. And that Ops Ward is actually scouted out by that Ops sentry.
GG has to be a little careful. Well, actually, looks like Mind Control has to be more careful. Turns around with the Gale, but Wrong's there with the connection. Dark TP's through. That's going to be Venner going down. No escape for Mind Control. Mid lane, Matumaman and GH trying to find GGG. He rages himself away. GH still has the Fisher saved up, and they will catch and bring down that life stealer.
And some great fishers coming out from GH this game.
Very much a game where there's a lot fewer heroes that the Shaker has to be worried about, like we saw in game 1. GH had a tough game, but there was so many ways that King Gaming could prioritize him in the fights, but without heroes like the Spirit Breaker in this game, GH seeing a lot more opportunities to get the job done early on.
He's fat now. Puck, Veil plus Blink, 12 minutes in. Pretty nice.
Yeah, level 12 as well.
Yeah, he's keeping up with Matamba Man. It's pretty important for them. So Matamba Man ran over the towers, but actually hasn't been able to do that much since. They really needed, like what they do often is just farm the Ancients and then take Roche, and then as soon as you gank him, you just counterplay with a Shaker. But they really need Shaker to get his Blink Dagger too. He's about halfway there. And keep in mind they have a Sven. Sven's been pretty quiet, but still getting his farm up. But he can farm both Ancients.
Oh yeah, and that's such
he's just so safe.
Such a boost for Miracle. I mean, he was already in a good place. Now he's going to be even better.
So they're expecting a gank on the Brood, but maybe not from this angle, from behind.
Yeah, wrong with this long wraparound. It's going to be out of range of the sentry that they put down aggressively. GH being focused. The stun will connect. Jump forward and they'll burst down GH. Turn towards Mind Control, who gets the poison over. But already GGG's there on the front lines, biting down this Venno. Can they quite finish it off? It's going to be close. One more touch should do it, and it will. Mind Control is down. Liquid lose 2. Matumaman trying his best to turn, but Tianming and Ing, they have the detection. Matumaman will finish off the kill there with the nuke. Dark trying to trap him in the Sprout. Can they finish this off? GGG back in, looking for him, and they'll get it. Matumaman's down. Keen Gaming getting big kills despite the slight net worth disadvantage. Very nice plays in the mid lane.
I love the play from him just in this game. Look at his items. He's pretty much nothing, right?
But he's going for it.
Yeah, and the key play for them was wrapping around to the south side. If they wrap around from the north, they would have actually gotten just crushed because they would have gone uphill into sentries and ops. But they approached from the only possible angle that would have worked out from them, which was the south side. They killed the Shaker immediately, delay his Blink Dagger. Great play by the Puck and the Nyx. Very good angle.
I think this Reno Miracle's a little spooky. It doesn't look like he's going to find an opportunity to utilize it. Was wrong. Already moving in with Vendetta.
So they can find him. They need the NP though. NP doesn't have ult up right now.
They're going to try for it nonetheless. TP coming in from Dark. Wrong. Looking for the setup. Patient with the stun. Finds the connection. That blinding light, though. That may have just saved him. GH, yeah, he gets the echo out. He's going to be able to walk this one off. Wrong. Gets it controlled by Kuroki. Spike Carapace comes through. GH just turns with a Fisher and says, try again, my friend.
Wow. What a turnaround. Kuro, right place, right time. That
blinding light.
Perfect moment.
Just coming on a moment too soon.
And now the power form starts to settle in as they just clear out stack after stack after stack.
But still, I mean, Ing's Puck, he's keeping up, as you've been saying. This is very impressive.
Puck can't solo carry, though. That's the
sure
part.
Oh, he's going to give it his best shot at this stage. Jumps in onto Mind Control. Dream Calls there.
You cursed him, dude.
He's pretty deep now. He's got to be careful, Ing. He just actually TP's out, and he's not going to be stopped. He gets himself back to base. Tianming now the one in trouble on this route because Kuroki rotates down here. King Gaming do back up though. Looks like Liquid won't quite be able to get their teeth into the Mask of Madness. Complete from the Timberman. But there's, yeah, 8.2k. They're getting these towers. Sure, Liquid get the deny, but 16 minutes in, King Gaming very quick to reapply some pressure in return onto Liquid.
So many spiderlings right there.
Wrong's eyeing it up. Can they burst this man?
Go for me.
So hard, and Matumamount very quick to consistently move around and not keep himself set in one position for too long.
They're going to fight into a trap, though. Once Shaker gets his Blink Dagger, they're just going to wait for it. They're going to bait out Brood and then just Fissure and Echo. So I don't know if they're aware that this trap is about to happen, though.
Yeah, no Echo for 40 seconds, though.
Yeah, they see that he's there, but they're not exactly sure how quite close he is. Chicken's surprisingly not even moving yet for them. But they probably have an idea, because he's like hanging around mid. He's not actually neutraling at the moment. Yeah, and he has it, and as you say, with the Echo not quite there, there's no rush for him to get out. Now he can get it sent out. See what he can do wrong on the hunt. Still keeping tabs on Matumamann's movements. For Lesson Y on Miracle, he's going to be very, very beefy. And with the Warcry hard for the Lifestealers to deal with, they'll make a jump onto Matumamand with the Spike Carapace. Oh! Perfectly played there by Wrong. Damn.
Very nice. Getting that Spike Carapace in on the... That's when Matumamand tried to fight back, but GH is there with the Blink reveal. Comes in with a 2-man Echo. Stun from Miracle as well. Liquid clean up in return. They get the 2 supports. With the God Strength out, we'll see if they can get anything more.
Man, they're lucky they killed GH a few times earlier. Imagine if he had had Blink for that fight. Oh my goodness, that would have been devastating. And they would have lost Roche for that too. So they're still handling it pretty well, but now the problems are going to mount as soon as this Blink comes through. GH is looking to be pretty strong.
Oh, they were seeing if they could time it there, as the Rage was wearing off at a similar time to that TP, but not quite able to find that window.
Lincoln's next. That's interesting. What is Lincoln's block here? Mana Leak, Stormbolt, Spawn Spiderlings. Mana Leak is pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Mules gets rid of Mana Leak. Maybe he's worried about a potential Orchid coming out later, but even then, Mules is better.
Oh, Wrong's been spotted out. And Controls knows he's there with the Sentry. Whether that information is actually going to keep him alive or not, that's another question. The Dream Core down. Keen Gaming. Catch Mind Control out alone.
Liquid's downfall, not buying enough sentries.
But Liquid may be able to punish for this. GH looking for the Fissure opportunity. Wrong. Turns with the stun. Spike Carapace as well, actually able to stun up all 3 of Liquid.
Quick fire items.
But he's still in trouble. Will get brought down. And up top, Matumamann's looking for the solo kills. The Spiders chasing down this Rubik. He's got the stone. Oh! That web still is actually going to keep him alive.
Oh no.
All the Spider babies dying as well. Nice little turnaround there. Xianming, he has the last laugh. And again, despite these strong picks from Liquid, you gotta hand it to Keen. They're playing very well considering the circumstance. Ing's puck still in a very good place.
That's actually not as much gold as I thought. Not even 1,000.
I thought it would be a little more after that.
So the BOT's first so they can keep their pace up. I do like this for the puck.
We'll see it again here. Very nicely done. Takes the webs. And if he didn't have that, he would have been a sure goner. The invis kicking in just in time. The dream would have been being able to turn it around, but they did, of course, still lack that control once Dream Coil and Telekinesis are already used to turn around and punish Matumamand.
I mean, the XP from the Broodlings are also pretty nice, too. How are they going to deal with Matumamand, though? And Miracle. Miracle's still sitting pretty quiet.
I think a lot of it is down to Wrong's play, as we've seen so far. He's been the one that him and the puck in tandem, they can catch out the Broodmother.
Now they have 3 sentries, but I believe they only had 1 before, placed in the mid lane. Now they have 1 close to the top rune, 1 in the mid lane, and 1 close to the bottom rune, so they can kind of seek out that wraparound that Keen already tried earlier. So Liquid trying to prevent them from snowballing or killing their Brood. He's actually died a lot this game.
And again, this bit, was it GG last time that did this in Lifesteal, where they get the Solar Crest and down in themselves?
That's him.
He does like to do that. And I believe it was in the game that they won earlier.
Yep.
But this is build, and it worked before. Why not do it again? So Armlet and Solar Crest, they've got pretty decent Roshan potential.
This web, though.
I mean, there's webs everywhere, man. Look at this.
I know, but the Rubik can actually scout out Roche without Liquid really knowing. They don't have sentries.
Oh, that's pretty nice, yeah. Oh, they've got a sentry down now. Okay.
Okay.
He's gone now. They'll deal with the Rubik. And with 2 men down, on the side of Key Gaming. This should be a quick and easy roach for
Keep
Liquid.
in mind, Nature's Prophet is on bottom with a ton of treants, so they could get some. They might sacrifice their bodies here if they can get some damage.
GH is already coming back.
But it's a good time to actually pick them off as they TP back to the. Nope, they're not gonna make the play. What? Okay, no plays there. Oh, I guess they already lost 2 heroes. Yeah. So much for that.
Liquid starting to get those big objectives now, and Keen Gaming struggling to find anything major in response. Mid lane, maybe looking for a jump onto Kuro. GGG trying to lead the way, but quick blinding light sends him flying back. Miracle war crying into this one. He really wants to kick things off. They've got the sentry down, Keen, in the mid lane. They'll look to open up onto the call, and straight away they burst him down. That'll be Kuroki gone. Miracle now focused. Open wounds there from GGG, trying to kite him up. He's a hard target.
Look at bottom.
Do it twice. GH comes in with the echo straight away onto Wrong. Spike Carapace is there. We'll get the initial stun onto Matumba Man, as well as the 2-man, but the 3-man Fisher from GH causing issues for Keen. Poison Nova out onto them all. They'll lose 2, and GGG has to just tuck his tail and run. Bottom lane, Miracle again having to come back to deal with this push, this split push being put in from Keen. But all across the map, it's still good news for Liquid. They're still getting ahead in these trades. It's very hard for Keen Gaming to take a fight, even when they jump in and burst down one of these heroes, be it the Kuroki, Keeper of the Light. It's just not enough.
They need to start to split push early though, because sooner or later, Liquid are going to get BKBs. BKB plus Warcry is you can't burst through that. They just don't have enough damage. It's similar to like last game with BKB plus Frost Armor. So they want to split them up a lot more, make them either buy items to defend against split push, in which case they won't have BKBs and they can win the team fight, or force them to buy BKBs and just render them useless by not actually ever fighting them. So they need to make really good use of Nature Prophet to take down the side lanes, and then the Puck and the Nyx to infest bomb and kind of pick them off.
Oh, Fisher comes through, but Ing's quick with the jump again. That's Kuroki down.
This Puck is owning.
He's so quick. I mean, I was going to say, you know, the other game from Ing on Puck, it wasn't impressive, but this game, I mean, he's absolutely stepping it up to another level. This is the sort of Puck performance that you hope.
He's the opposite of a comeback player. He's a snowball player.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I guess that's what, as you said, it was a game against the Bounty, got crushed in lane, and he struggled off the back of it. This time round, he had a good start, played it well, and he continues to be up there on par with Miracle. Bottom lane, talking about Miracle, he'll get a free pick, walks himself into an idle Nature's Prophet. Too much damage for Dark to deal with. That'll be the Nature's Prophet down. Matumba Man keeping the pressure on with the spiders on this mid-tier 2, and should be able to slowly but surely finish this off. With the Black Dragon coming in, with the Lifestealer trying to dissuade Matumba Man from sticking around, and we'll keep the tier 2 alive for the time being.
It's like going Diffusal Blade. Diffusal Blade, you'll see it sometimes versus Warcry, not very often though. You'll also see some Lifestealers like to go for the Radiance build.
Wrong. Has eyes on this.
Nice scout.
He knows Kuroki's the squishy. He's done it a few times, taking down this Keeper of the Light.
They need the Puck to be close by though. They want to go for him.
Jamming. We'll just make it. Miracle doesn't quite find him for the stun, but in the lane, in the river, sorry, they have the sentry. They spot out Wrong. Stun control from GH, allowing Matumba Man to come in, and Wrong is gone. These sort of kills that Keen Gaming give up, even though it just may be one support down.
Holy cow, is he fat.
It's time to push.
At least he doesn't have BKB, because that's kind of the only nice part. Oh no, the MAME.
Dire's middle tower is under
I mean, as you say, Miracle. We saw the stat there, 25 minutes in. Having the AC complete, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't really think Diffusal Blade is going to do that much for him.
GH getting the chance to solo heroes now. Jumps in with the Echo Slam. And a lone Nature's Prophet, not anything or any chance that Dark has against that sort of a jump when GH is in town. This game looking very rough for Keen Gaming.
Still a little hard for the break high ground.
How do they put a stop to this? I mean, I think the dream would be for Tianming to grab the Echo Slam and turn it around on the Spider's head.
They just got the BKB on the Brood. This could be huge.
Instantly with the Spike Carapace once the dust comes out. They do get the Fisher out, post it, and Wrong gets stunned, but he gets brought back by the Blinding Light. Miracle just jumps in onto the back lines, cuts down the Rubik. Wrong's gone as well. They're looking for that split push. Ing, he's on the racks. Liquid are just going to quickly clean up the mid lane. They move towards bottom. Buybacks are coming out. Liquid, they're getting a couple of melee racks out of this one. And maybe some kills as well. They find the stun onto GGG. That's him down for 50 seconds. And Keen Gaming, it's all falling apart slowly but surely in this game too for them. Much quicker than it was game one. GGG tries to come forward to fight with the Rage. He has to just back away. Miracle is too large for him to deal with at this stage. They'll clean up a second set of racks. 4 stars there to try and get Miracle back to safety. And now Liquid, they just want to turn and fight. Poison Nova's out. GGG stunned up. He's down for 60 seconds. No buyback. Tianming is gone as well. And it may have been a strong showing from Keen Gaming in game 1, but game 2, it didn't look great from the draft. And Team Liquid are playing at the level that we absolutely expect from them. Insane levels of farm, great calls being made, GH on top of the shaker. I mean, as you pointed out from the draft, these are all incredible comfort heroes for Liquid, and they're showing us why.
It's not too often we see Kuro on the keeper at least.
So Kuro can play everything.
Yeah, he can play it, but it's, you know, it's something to consider that, like, if they pick keeper, it's not always for GH, right? So they might go for another strong GH hero. But yeah, they just weren't. Their lineup is just not handled to deal with Brood. Puck's doing everything he can. He's 10-0. He's beyond godlike.
He is. You got to commend that Puck. Yeah, absolutely.
And then report your drafter.
Sounds good to me. They got a Jet. They see Matumba. They kill Matumba. Okay. That's nice. Matumba down for 75 seconds. Nice bit of gold going to Ing once again. But as you said, the problem is you can't carry a game as Puck past a certain time, or at least it's very, very hard to do.
I mean, your teammates are just gonna get slaughtered by Miracle at this point. He does so much damage, and they try to base raise. Base raise doesn't work when they have an AC and a Dezo on the offensive
I mean,
side.
they did get a melee racks, but sure, they lost 2 full sets of racks themselves. But it's a trade rather than just a nothing at all.
It's a trade.
It's a trade. Every trade's a good trade, Ben. And that's actually not true at all. Keen. Swapping the gem over to Ing. To lead in, they'll get a free kill onto the keeper. The love, but GH comes up with the Echo Slam. Rage was out in time there for GGG. Keen Gaming looking pretty good to fight this. The silence is out to GH. Shaker down. Miracle finds the stun. They don't have the vision. He's just outside of range. Jump forward though, he'll find the Rubik. Can they kill Miracle? They're sprouting him up. They're holding him in position, but he's forced down. Oh, GGG, you gotta get yourself away from that, son. He can't. GGG's down for 50. They've got the Dream Call onto both of them though. They bring down Miracle. They're doing it, Keen Gaming. They're finding these kills despite being 15k behind. This is incredible. I can't believe that they're actually killing. This is Miracle down for 80. They keep the tier 2 alive. How is this happening, Ben?
Well, they didn't buy sentries. That's one of their problems. That seems to be a recurring theme. Also, they fought without Matumba Man too. And also, there's again, Miracle seeing how far away he can get, or how far in the game he can get without BKB. Just like last game, making it a little bit harder on himself.
Look at this again, Ben. Look at this.
They interrupted the Echo combo too. This tail end of the fight, but they interrupted the Echo combo. It looked like a 3-man Echo, but one was a Rage, one was Carapace, and then after that, he couldn't actually combo anyone down.
Oh, it was wrong. That was the guy. Yeah, wrong. I mean, he's been doing it in every sense, in every shape, in every game. And then once again, the crucial player to switch that trade around. And I mean, Liquid do still have this incredible lead, but the fact that Keen Gaming can pull off plays and fights like that, it's impressive and slightly scary for Liquid.
Yeah, Puck has the potential to burst people down before BKB2.
Yeah.
All they need is like maybe one lift into like a Nick stun, and then they can burst people down. Combine that with Nature's Prophet ultimate, with the Puck burst, with the Veil, and the Magic Amp talent, and the Dagon. These things add up.
Down bottom. Ready to group up and go. Dark leading the way, has the Shadow Blade. Can they go for this Miracle? Trying to open up, but the Blink's out. Tianming will be fine. And look at the side, Kuro's in trouble. Stunned up by Ron. Kuro is gone. Miracle popped the God Strength for this. He'll back away to look to farm. GH is there ready to back him up if Keen Gaming to go for it, but look at this wraparound from Ming. Will be stopped there. The Fissure. Oh, he gets the face shift on in time. But he's taken 1500 damage. Can he actually get out? No! GH is there with the Echo. Will trap down Ing. Now Liquid ready to chase for more. That's a puck down. They want more out of this. GH will be able to claim the Courier Miracle, the life of Tianming.
That's why I don't particularly like the Lincoln Spear. It doesn't really help you versus Shaker. No. Sven didn't even cast Stormbolt, he just whacked him twice.
Yeah, big crits coming out from Miracle. There's no question about that.
Maybe they can get a pick off if Nature's Prophet comes in.
A little greedy there with the farm, but okay. Say that with the Force and the Shadow Blade. He's out of there.
And all the while, Matema Man slayed Roche. Slew Roche.
Slew?
Slew?
Slayed?
Slayed?
I don't know. I think Slayed.
Is it English your primary language?
No bet. I have no primary language.
King of memes.
That's how I talk. 27-22. I mean, what's Keen Gaming's best hope here?
Pick off the heroes before they get BKBs due to some excellent burst on top of a stun. And I would, it's really hard to stop GH's combo now because GH is really close to BKB. So he will just BKB, blink in, do his thing. If there's rage, if there's carapace, he doesn't care anymore. So they need to be able to blow up. Sven has a lot of HP.
I mean, he's invincible.
3,100 HP.
And with that BKB, there's no way you're killing him.
But you want to go for the target with the least amount of HP.
Oh, Miracle is just going to kill people.
Yep, now that he gets BKB, it's easy mode, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing that can put a stop to that. 2 heroes down on Keen. And Miracle getting ready to join Matuma for this push up top. Oh, in fact, he gets the jump in. GGG does get the rage off in time.
Lifesteal, you have no business in this game.
There's nothing that GGG can do. And this is going to be almost certainly a 3rd set of wrecks going down.
Oh.
GH straight up with the Echo. Finds Ing trying to make himself back to base. But this is looking to be all but over. And indeed it is. GG is cool, ladies and gentlemen. Liquid will end up taking the series 2-0, knocking Keen Gaming down and out. Keen, they had a good showing game 1. Game 2, it looked like it was all pretty much written from the draft, and indeed it was. What a beautiful, well, I say beautiful draft from Liquid. It did involve some pretty disgusting heroes, but it was beautiful in the sense that it was just impossible for Keen Gaming to do anything about.
Beware of Brood. You thought that they would learn the lesson from other teams, but still, they will get punished for letting Brood through all the way into the last pick.
I mean, if teams haven't learned that lesson now, I don't know when they will. The Brood...